My name is Jana, and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories. Again, episode number 41. A warm welcome to all my old and new viewers. I'm happy you found your way here. And this is my little crafty corner where I talk about knitting, crochet, spinning, and sometimes other things as well. So, today's Friday evening. We still have light, that's good. Summer is not over yet here, and I thought I won't manage to record this week, but nothing went as planned today. So I was feeling very frustrated. I came home and then I decided, what makes me happy? Talking to you makes me happy, so why not to record today? I do not have any finished objects because I recorded just last week. It was a long one. I think many of you enjoyed my 1.5 hour long episode. So today I don't have any finished objects, except maybe some yarn. Does yarn count as finished object? Can we count that? Okay, I'll show you the yarn. So I thought, should I record? I was debating with myself, like, should I record it? But I think it's not always necessary to have finished objects in your life, right? Sometimes you just enjoy the process and go with it, and this is a very very relaxing place, no judgment place, and no pressures. We don't put pressures on ourselves, on the other people, because we all have enough pressures and responsibilities and commitments in our life. So craft should just bring joy, and I think that's the most important thing. And you don't always have to finish. Sometimes you end up frogging, like me. But that's fine too. Okay, so I don't have finished objects, but I have my solar dyed yarn. Let's count this as my finished object. Remember the jars in part 2? I recorded earlier this year. Throughout summer I have been recording little snippets of my solar dyeing, and I made 2 episodes out of it. They are like solar dyeing specials, and in the second one I put new jars in with the looping flowers and leaves, and life just got so crazy that I did not have time to take them out, because at one point this was very beautiful blue and I thought, oh my god, I should take it out while it's blue, but I don't know, things just happened and I let it sit there. I think these were in jars for 6 weeks, maybe more. When did I put them in? In June. Yeah, 1.5 months they have been in the jars. So yeah, it was beautiful blue and I really liked it, but then I left it in the sunlight and it turned green. That's what happens sometimes with the solar dyeing and natural dyeing, that it just changes the color. It can also change color over time. Yeah, especially the one with looping. It's not a very stable dye. In the sunlight, it might fade even to almost white. Yeah, so yeah, this was with the looping flowers. I actually love the green. My husband said, "Ooh, but that's a very cool green. Like, why are you upset?" I said, "I'm not upset. I just wanted blue, and this is not blue. But yes, it is a very nice green." He enjoyed it. And this is a non-superwash Finnish sheep wool. I think this with a bit of nylon. Yes. And then this one, it's also a sock yarn. This is a basic wool with the nylon in it. This one was with looping leaves and stems, so both are with loopings. It's a really cool yellow. It's actually brighter than it looks in the screen. It is a brighter yellow. It's like a sunny yellow, and I'm very happy with both of them. Yay. Oh, I could show you straight away one of my whips, because it's related to that. Just give me a sec. Where do I have it? I have it here in my garden gnome bag by Bertie and Poppet, my favorite bag maker. Will there be even one episode when I don't mention Jill's awesome bags? I think no. I started knitting a sock with my solar dyed yarn. Remember this one? The one that had all the fun colors in it. This one has a bit blue there. Blue, green, yellow, darker yellow, lighter yellow, and I decided to whip up a very quick pair of shorties. So nothing much to see here. The heel is a bit different because it was late evening when I was starting the heel, and I have not knit socks in a while, and I think I just forgot how to make a heel. Yeah, it happens to even to the most experienced ones of us sometimes. So basically, I wanted to make a regular slip stitch heel, like, you know, when you knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one. But for some reason, I knit my first row, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, and then I knit the purl row, and then I was looking at it. Something does not look right, but I kind of like it, and I decided just, what if I just go with it? And I made this kind of textured heel. I think it's fun, it works with this color, and it's something new. It's a simple sock with a twist. Yeah. It almost looks like Eye of Partridge, but it's not. It's something else. It's like a No, it's not broken rib, because I'm alternating the... No, anyways, doesn't matter. There is no pattern for these. They are just very simple shorties, and I'm knitting both at the same time on my wooden DPNs, because this is a sport weight yarn, and I only have DPNs of the right size. This one is just here. I really love how this color is knitting up. It's not pooling, which is great because I would not like that. It's making like a micro stripe, there. I think it's really pretty, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm not gonna use all 100 grams of it, so I can use my other skein that I dyed and combine them and make something else. So basically I could knit 3 pair of socks out of two skeins. I don't know, do I have the other skein here? The one that I dyed earlier. I'll check. Is it somewhere there? Yes, it is. It was this very, very pale yellow, beigey, pinkish one. Like if I combine this. Unfortunately, I can't combine it with this because this is a fingering weight and this is sports. Yeah, they are different weight, but this would have been great with this, but they are different weight. So I can only combine them like this, and I think it's gonna work. Maybe. We will see. But now I'm just making a pair of shorties before summer is over, because I noticed I only have a couple of pairs and I really like my shorties in summer. What else? I'll throw the yarn there. What else I wanted to show you? Yeah, let's do the whips. Work in progress. Let's continue with that topic as we don't have finished objects. Sea blouse. Next one is Sea Blouse by Anju Knits, Anna Tanskanen. Come out. I've separated the sleeves and now it's a mess because yeah, there is a whole story again with this project because yeah, it did not go as planned. It is a lovely pattern, but here we are. I started the stripe, and actually this color is much darker than this color. In a skein it looked in a ball it looked much closer, but now when I'm adding the stripes it is darker, but I think I like it anyways. And then the other thing, when I bought this yarn, this is, I don't have a ball band here. This is Isager Bomolin, maybe? And the pattern calls for another yarn. The pattern called for Isager Trio, which is a lace weight yarn, and you were supposed to hold it double here. And I thought I could substitute it with this, which is like a fingering weight, and I thought I could just knit with one strand of it. And when I bought the yarn, I calculated the meters that I would need, and I bought the corresponding amount. So what happened then, I started knitting the stripes, holding just one strand of these, and it just did not look right. It was too thin, it was too see-through, I did not like how it looked, because again, using different yarn than in the pattern, because the trio was sold out everywhere. All the nice colors were gone from every store I knew, and yeah, I had to substitute. So then I decided I'm gonna frog it and I'm gonna hold this double. Plain yarn chicken, yeah, majorly. So I started holding it double. I like how it looks, but of course my gauge is different than in the pattern because it's much thicker now. Instead of like sports, I got DK, which is and now I'm losing the stitches, which is still fine because no stoppers. I don't know, I did not have any free stoppers right now. Yeah, not a big deal. I recalculated my stitch amount for my gauge. I separated for the sleeves earlier, so it all worked out. But then another problem. I can feel that I don't have enough yarn. I started panicking. I started looking who has this yarn. The shop that I ordered from did not have these colors left in stock anymore. So, little panic. But I found that my friends in Ilo yarn shop still had these in stock, both colors. I was keeping my fingers crossed that they would be around same by the color, that it is a commercial yarn. Chances are it is very similar, but I just got my yarn in mail, I opened it, and both colors are lighter. Of course it's a different dye lot, of course, because it's a different store, and now I need to figure it out how to make it work. I think I'm just gonna cut one of the strands and then join them, like change just one of the strands at a time, not to have a dramatic change, that it would blend a bit better. The difference is not huge, but I can see it. I can see that it's lighter. So, I don't know. A bit frustrated, but I love this. I love this tea. I really enjoyed this shorties yarn. It's very soft. It was... Do I have a ball band? Yeah. Shorties katana, which was a nice surprise. I have never knit with it. I thought, it's some like crochet yarn, like for toys, for amigurumi or something like that. But turns out it's very nice to knit. Unlike this more expensive Isager yarn, because it's very hard on my hands. I can knit a few stripes and then I need to take a break. I don't know, it's hurting my hands, but I'll get there. The summer is not over yet. I'll get there. So I wish I could have knit with the original yarn, but sometimes things just don't happen as planned and we need to adjust, because we're knitters, we're makers, crafters, we can do it. Yeah, difficulties, challenges, keep them coming. Yeah. Makes you think and improvise and change your plans. Yeah, you need to be flexible in this craft. But I think that's what makes it fun, right? But I love my colors. I love this pattern. Hi, Anna. Thank you. Thank you for this lovely pattern. And this is Sea Blouse by Anu Knits, as I already mentioned. And I'm slowly gonna be working on it. And it lives in my beautiful garden tea bag. Yeah, tea in the garden. My garden bag. Ow, my flower is catching my hair. Flower, indoors plant, yeah. Long week, guys. If I'm talking nonsense, that's just me. Yeah, and I'm not wearing any knits today because it's very hot today. It's a ridiculously hot day again. It's close to 30 degrees. I think last time I checked it was 28, and it's already like 5:30 in the evening. Yeah, and it's 28 degrees outside. So if I'm all shiny and sweaty, please excuse me. It is really hot. It's an old house, no air conditioning, no nothing. I have windows open in the living room, but I think it's better to keep them closed, probably. Yeah. Our son is hiding in the basement. He took his pad and went to the basement to watch some cartoons. He said he can't stay up here. He wanted to jump on the trampoline, but put the nose outside and said, maybe later in the evening when it's not so hot. Okay, what else I have to show you today? I have a lot of scrappy projects. It's been all about scrappy this week. I don't know. I'm just so excited. I have a lot of scrappy blankets in the making. You know, right now I have 3, but I will only show 2 and then an old blanket that I'm actually fixing on request. Let's start with the Cozy Memories blanket. Coziest memories, cozy memories. And guess what? I did not bring it. I'll be back. But you won't notice. I should not even say this because, yeah, just give me a sec. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with this pile of scrappy goodness. So, the cozy memories, coziest memories, cozy memories. Anyway, my 3rd square blanket. My third. You know what I'm talking about. I started this, I want to say last year, or maybe the year before. I did not check my Ravelry. And I forgot to mention, you can find me on Ravelry, Eskittonits, and on Instagram, Eskittonits. All the important stuff is in the description box. Just hit that arrow under this video and it will open down below or on the side. Somewhere it will open. With all the links and the stuff. And the important stuff. Yeah, so now I don't remember when I started it. I think the year before. Could it be 2020? Yeah. And our daughter claimed it. She said she wants it. I was originally making the other blanket for her. Now I forgot the name. The very popular one with the little eyelets. It's been a long week, you guys. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, but she said she doesn't want that one. The one I made with my Advent yarn from the Fiber Fox. Not last, one before. So this is 2 years old at least. Could be 3. Anyways, yeah. She claimed that she wants this blanket and I've been knitting it for her and it's quite far along. I want to make it like a good adult size that she could keep it forever. She could have it as an adult as well. And I want all the squares to be unique. I did a couple of yarn swaps with my friends and other dyers and I'm around halfway. I counted I have more than 120 squares here right now, or 120 squares around, or 130, doesn't matter. But anyway, I think I'm around halfway through and she loves the colors on this and she's been actually pushing me to finish it. She's been asking about it, that when can she have it, the blanket, is it ready, is it ready? She tried it on and she went under it and said that it's good, it's ready. And I said no, it's not ready. I still want to add more squares to it, and I promised her I would finish it by the end of the year, like for Christmas. And I counted that I need to do 1 square a day and then it's all good. If I make it double from what it's now. Yeah, it's now doesn't fit in the screen. This wide it is now, which is quite good for a little girl, but as I wanted adult size, I want to keep going. So it's a big blanket and I have all the scrap yarns here, these, and I also want to use the leftovers from this for my Battenberg, but I need to make a square into this first because Battenberg needs only very small amount. It's actually like 1.5 grams what it needs, and this one needs around 5 grams, and I have quite small balls here, so it might not, I can't take for the Battenberg first because it might be that it's not enough for a square here. So I have a good amount of scrap yarn here, so I need to add them to this blanket first, and I've been very good. I have been starting my morning with making a square or two into this. Just this morning I added this green one. And yesterday I added three. I added these three because I woke up a bit earlier. Yeah, I've been waking up around 5:30 every morning and working on my knitting and crochet because the days are crazy. I'm not here, and then in the evening sometimes I'm just too tired and the kids want attention and I don't have time for my crafts. So morning is the best time. Yeah, and then I've been thinking I should post more on Instagram, and then I like make stories in the morning, and that's it. So you just see my good morning stories and then the woman disappears. Yes, because that's my life right now. I don't know. People are expecting a lot from me. I think too much. I've been stressed out and under pressure, and I don't know. I think I need a mental break from some things in my life right now, but I guess it's not the right time quite yet. No, we'll see around Christmas. Or maybe I could have a bit time off for my birthday, which is next month. And I still have not decided on my birthday knit, but I have ideas. I just need to make the decision and order yarn. But this is lovely and I love it. And now I'm just talking about random stuff. Check, it's a big blanket. It's a lab blanket right now. And I love it. I really, really love it. And I need to finish it this year because our little sugar bug wants it. Okay, going to another project, which is also a crochet blanket. It's not a new project. It's not a whip. It's a fixing of an old blanket because, I don't know, have you seen this before? It's a blanket I made for our son when he was a baby. This could be 7 or 8 years old. I'm not sure. I'll put the year or the age of this on the screen, but it has to be at least 7 years old. And now, I don't know, here I am. Long story short, I made this. It's a good size. It's over 2 meters long and it's quite wide. It was to cover our son's bed. But the thing is that we changed his bed this summer because he was complaining that it's too small, it's too narrow, he can't get good sleep, he keeps waking up when he hits the wall or the edge, and he was sleeping on the floor for a while. They were actually camping, both of them, in the beginning of the summer. When it was very hot, for 2 weeks they were camping on the floor in our son's room. Yeah, they were sleeping there. We threw there some mattresses, but then I got enough because it was impossible to clean there, to vacuum, and I said that, yeah, actually our daughter got enough and moved back to her room, to her bed, and said that she's done with that. And our son kept sleeping on the bed, and I asked, why you don't want to sleep in your bed? It's too narrow. He's not comfy. So we got him a new bed. It wasn't actually a new bed. Somebody in the area was selling a bed frame that they had in their guest room, so it was basically new, unused. And then I just bought a new mattress, and that's it. Now he has a wider bed. But the problem is that his favorite blanket is now too narrow. It's missing like 10-15 centimeters that it would cover the bed because it is a wider bed. It's not like it's 120 centimeters wide, his new bed. And this is 115 without the, yeah, this was 115. But I like for it to hang a bit over and, no, anyways. I asked, do you want a new blanket? This is old, and the yarn I used for this is Stylecraft DK, which is 100% acrylic. I did not know any better, and I followed the pattern for this from Attic 24. That's where you can find the best granny stripe tutorial, Attic 24 blog and Ravelry. It links, I think, to the blog. And I just ordered the yarn. I did not know anything much about, like, okay, that was the suggested yarn, and I'm not a yarn snob, but now I would probably choose something else, probably natural materials, like a wool or some wool blend. I don't know. That's what I think if I would make a blanket now. But I just want to show you how well this has held up. This is in everyday use. He sits on top of it, he lies on top of it, he plays on it, he reads books on it. Look at that. Look at that. There is hardly any pilling. And I have never removed any of the pilling off this before. This is still in a very good condition. There is just a teeny bit of pilling, considering the age of it. So I have to admit it was a very good yarn choice. Again, not a yarn snob. I knit with cheap yarns, I knit with more expensive yarns. It's not about that, it's about the feel. Because this is a bit squeaky. The squeakiness is driving me crazy. So, we decided, my son and we decided that I will try to fix it by adding a border. So originally it ended here. And then I looked for the yarn in my stash and I found Seitsemän veljestä, which is actually DK weight. Do I have a ball somewhere? This is so huge that I found this gray one, the turquoise and white, that would match around. That would match the colors in this blanket, and I'm trying to add a border. So from this white one up, I will be adding maybe this wide border to it. Some good, between 5 and 10 centimeters, I will add all around. And I started. I found a tutorial on YouTube. I don't remember the name of this border. I'm not a crocheter. It's like I'm making half double crochet. Maybe. Sorry to all my professional crocheter viewers. I'm not good at this thing. I barely know what I'm doing, but I enjoy the process. That's the most important thing. So I'm adding this border and I think it looks quite well, like it has always been here. And it is a bit different yarn. It has a different stretch and it feels like a border is a bit wobbly, but I think I'm gonna steam it or maybe throw the whole thing in the wash when it's done. It's time. I have washed it a few times, but probably not as often enough as I should have. And then I discovered another problem with this blanket, that when I made it, let's say 7 years ago, could be more or less, I don't know, I was not very experienced at all. And I think when I was weaving in the ends, I cut the yarn too short and it's unraveling in a couple of places, and I tried to fix it, and I'm afraid to throw it in the washing machine now, because what if I get it out and it's just a yarn barf? Yeah, I don't know. And washing it by hand is not possible because it's like, I don't know, it is more than a kilo. I think this is like a 2 kilos of yarn. So I don't know what to do. How could I reinforce it? I was almost thinking just driving a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine over it, and then maybe covering it with some kind of ribbon. But that's just gonna look odd, right? I don't know. Dumb rookie mistakes. But we live and we learn, right? We knit and we learn, we crochet and we learn, and yeah. Experience does not come quick. So, yeah, that's my second, I guess, whip fixing project. Yeah, it's gonna take me forever to do that border because this thing is huge. Okay, what else? The Battenberg. Seriously, my favorite project right now is the Battenberg Blanket by Sandra Paul on Ravelry, on her blog Cherry Heart, and here on YouTube as well. She has a wonderful podcast. I'm watching. Free pattern. There are video tutorials and it's excellent. It's my new favorite pattern. And I'm going to show you the progress that I did in just 1 week. Look, I'm trying to be organized. I'm keeping my squares in this little box. And I have a rule that I can't have more squares than this box. I need to join them as I go. And I have my scrap yarn in this basket and my 3mm hook. It's pink, it's cute, it's by Tulip, I like it. And I've been joining the squares and I really love the joining part. I think I love the joining part more than I love making the squares. And these are so quick. These are so quick. I timed myself. It only takes me 5 to 6 minutes to make one of these little cuties. Yeah, 5 to 6 minutes. And then I've been joining them. I started here in the middle. Look how much I have done in just 1 week. I started here in the middle and then I was just spreading out. I was joining them all directions because I want to do it like on a feeling, on a vibe that I'm not planning ahead. I'm not laying out the squares because I just have this many. And if I don't have the one that fits, I'll have to make one. So, first I thought that I wanna do it with only pastel colors, but the reality is I don't have yarn in pastel colors. I have some amount, but not enough. I have a lot of yarn in brighter colors. Not so much in dark, but bright colors like this, or that, or that, or that. So I decided I'm just gonna put them all in. I'll try to keep it lighter, but still, a couple of dark ones have sneaked in because they are so pretty. I could not leave them out. And I have more here. I have more dark ones here. My favorite dark ones. So I'll try to keep it cohesive. And look, I've started already making one straight edge. And then I'm just gonna grow it sideways and down. And right now I have around 90 squares here. And I need around 1,000. So I'm almost 10% done in just 1 week. How cool is that? This is so addictive. My goal is to make at least 5 squares a day, and I make them all in the morning. I first do that cozy memories, and that's all while drinking a cup of my morning coffee. I do that square and then I do 5 of these and then I attach a few. And it's so addictive. I'm actually almost out of the white yarn. I need to find more of this because I don't think I have more at home. I have more at work, but yeah, and this was 100 grammer. Maybe I have taken a bit from here because I did something else with it. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm around 10% done. How exciting is that? I think this is a good progress in a week, considering I did not work that much on it. And I've seen a few other blankets, little beginnings of the blankets pop up in my Instagram feed, and people are tagging me and saying, "Oh, you inspired us." And that's so cool. Let's have a little Battenberg Blanket club. So if you're joining in, let me know in the comments or tag me on Instagram and I'll share it in my stories that yay to more blankets and yay to more chicken. If you make the little chicken that I showed last time, please tag me as well because I want to see our little chicken army. Yeah, I'm gonna make more chickens as well, but not quite yet. Maybe later for our Easter decoration next year. And general for decorating my room as well, because little chickens are cute. If you have not seen the little chicken, go watch my previous episode. There I'm showing the tiny chicken. So, many of you got really excited about the chickens and about the blanket. It is actually a dream of mine to have chickens one day, but the life has been so busy that we just couldn't. Because we would need to build a proper coop for them, that they would not freeze here. And yeah, it's complicated. But we have space, we could have chicken. Maybe next year. And the goat. But not the milk goat, like the fiber goat. Yeah. Mohair goat would be cool. My own mohair goat. Speaking of fibers, I have I don't have purchases and acquisitions except the yarn that I ordered for Sea Blouse, but one very important package arrived this week. Now you can congratulate me. I got my spinning wheel. And many of you have guessed exactly right which one I got. Oh, you know me oh so well. I can't even surprise you because so many of you know me already. So, that's my new wheel. I will insert footage somewhere, I don't know, here or at the end of me spinning on it and looking at it and maybe unpacking it. I took some footage, I don't know. Have not checked yet if it's good, but I love it. I don't know why I did not get it earlier. No, I know why. Money. Yeah, I was saving up for a wheel and I'm glad I got it now. Because just out of curiosity, I went to the page where I got it from to check what else do they have there. Like maybe some spools or accessories and just in case. Just to take a look. Maybe I need something else. And they have raised the price in 2 weeks by almost 300 euros. Yeah, because it's an American wheel. It's a ladybug by Shot. How do you say that? Help. How do you say that? Shot? Sounds rude. Anyway, it's a ladybug. And we had a lot of fun with kids trying to look for the ladybug. I told them, when I got it out of the box, I told them, look for the ladybug. There should be a ladybug. Our daughter found it first. And our son couldn't see it even when looking at it directly. Men, they have another dimension where they don't see stuff. Yeah, so I got the new wheel. And yeah, the price is very different right now. I actually could not get it now for that price because exchange rate is a bit of crap right now. Yeah, and if they buy it from the US, of course, they need to crank the price up here, not to make a loss. I understand, but I'm just so glad I have my wheel. And it's amazing. It's red and it has a ladybug on it and it's a dream. It's like, there is nothing wrong with my old wheel, but it's a different type. Like with this one, it took me a while to figure out how to drive it. Because I did not need to fight with it for my yarn. The other wheel, my Louet, it has Irish tension and it has a very strong pull. So basically you're all the time fighting with it for your fiber, that it wouldn't just make a giant, I don't know, art yarn. And this one, I set it up now with a Scotch tension and oh my god. I love it. It's a double treadle, so it has 2 of those. So both of my feet are working. Yeah, it took me a while to get in, to catch the rhythm, but it's so smooth. It's so quiet. It's just so easy and enjoyable, and it's a different thing. It's like, imagine you've been driving this. No offense. I learned to drive on a very old Opel that we had in a driving school many years ago. I've been driving for over, soon 20 years? Probably. Yeah. And I was passing an exam on a horrible Opel from 1992 with this squeaky gearbox without the wheel was so tough to to turn. Like, imagine switching from that to almost like a self-driving car to an automatic luxury, I don't know, something, a Mercedes. Yeah, that's how it felt, changing my wheels. Still, love my old wheel. Nothing beats the spool size on that, but it's a very different. The feel is very different on both of them. I still think I'm gonna ply on my old wheel. Somebody asked if I'm planning to get rid of it. I think not yet. We will see. It does take a bit space, but I love the spool size on that thing because I can fit more than 200 grams on that spool. And on my new one, I think it was 120 or 140, which feels small after the Louet wheel. But I don't know. Yeah, so I got the wheel, and I also got a lazy Kate for it. It's the thing where you put the where you put your spools and then you can ply from there, or yeah. If you're not into spinning. Uh yeah, I spun some Icelandic leftovers on it. This one I spun on Louet, but I had a leftover from this. It's by Istex. It's a big, yeah, it's a spinning wool by Istex that we have in our shop. Yeah, I just try to get a feel of it, and it's fantastic. Maybe now I can do a very thin yarns, because on my Louet, even fingering was hard to achieve. Like it was, I mostly got sports. Like when I was trying to make a thin yarn, and then when I applied it, it felt thin, and then I applied it, I got sports. I could not get fingering weight. I think I have once got fingering weight, and it was just breaking all the time because of the strong pull. And now I think I can do fingering weight yarns on my new wheel. So it is very exciting. And I can't wait. I need to figure out some special spinning project for my new wheel. I have a lot of goat fiber that I need to spin up, and it's been sitting there for a very long time. I plan to spin up. I bought a lot of goat fiber. I think I bought more than a kilogram. I think closer to 2, because I wanted to spin it up and knit a blanket. I actually made one of those for my mom as a gift one Christmas a few years ago. And it's amazing. It has got more fluffy, and she loves it always. When it's cold, she sleeps, she puts it on top of her regular blanket at nights when it's a bit colder, like in autumn before the heating season, or in spring when they cut the heating but it's still quite chilly. So that, yeah, I will show you my wheel somewhere. I don't know, should I knit with you? I don't I don't know. I don't have a sock. I have a sock. I'll knit on a sock. That's easy. That's easy. I can't, if I'm sitting, I'm knitting. I can't sit with my hands empty. It does not feel natural. Yeah. So, what else? I think today starts Mystery Knit Along by Anna Johanna, the Wild Child, and I can't wait to see the first clue. I'm very interested, because I'm very tempted to begin. Not that I need another shawl. I have enough shawls. I just made 2 this summer, but the whole idea of using some neon yarns and knitting something called Wild Child, and of course a mystery knit along. I love a mystery knit along. I don't know. I'll look at it. But then another project, the Garter Marler. What was the name? Garter Marler by Stephen West. I really want to knit it as well. I don't know. It just speaks to me, and I think once we're done here, I'm gonna go and pull some yarn combos out of that shelf over there, because I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just looking into it. Yeah, many of you are laughing when I'm saying it just accidentally happened. It just happened because I don't know, why to limit yourself. You should always knit what you want and crochet what you want. And if you don't feel like at that moment, don't force yourself, because life is short. Do what you enjoy, especially when it comes to crafts. Yeah, Garter Marler. It has been on my mind. Somebody left a comment saying that Stephen West is not really their cup of tea. Like, they have looked and they would not know how to wear it, that it's too crazy. But I think what's great about Stephen West's patterns is that they work with very calm, almost same shade combinations. Like, you can take, I don't know, 5 different shades of beige and use Stephen's pattern, and you most likely will get a magnificent piece out of it. Yeah, you don't have to use crazy colors. Like, if you have seen my penguono, which is like the craziest design ever, and people have made all sorts of fun and bright combinations, and then some people have made it like with blacks and grays, and I made it like with beige, white, and light pink, and it's not that crazy. So you can work with those patterns even if it feels like it's not exactly your taste. Yeah, so I'm thinking about very calm, very calm garter marler, something that would fit my wardrobe. I'm very tempted. So watch this space, it might just happen today. I'm not saying no, not today. Yeah, that's about my knitting plans. I don't know. Do I have anything else to tell you today? Probably not. I'm getting a lot of questions, and maybe we could do a Q&A. I know I have promised it like 500 times already, but somehow I would need to gather all the questions and just print them out and then sit down and start answering them. So if you have something you want to ask me, please leave a comment and I will start gathering them. I think it's time I finally do the Q&A because there are a lot of questions. I got a question about how do I join linen or cotton yarns? And I'm gonna tell you a secret. But if somebody finds out, they might call yarn police on me. Because I'm doing this horrible thing. I bet I will get a lot of frowns from some people. Remember, no judgment, please. If it works, it works. Yeah, when you hear this, my joining method. Actually, yeah, I always get frustrated when I need to join cotton or linen, and that's why I don't knit with them too often. But what works for me, I'm not saying it's gonna work for you, but what works for me is I tie the ends using weaver's knot, then I cut the yarn, and then I put the dab of textile glue on that knot just in case to secure it. Weaver's knot is great. It usually does not come undone, but just to make sure, because I have had knots to come undone. They were not weaver's knots, but it has happened before. Yeah, I put a dab of textile glue, but you need the one that does not that does not dry hard. The one that is still elastic when it's dry. There are those. I don't remember the brand I have. I have some German one, I think. I don't know where is it. It's somewhere there. I'll put the name on the screen. The one I'm using. Yeah, that's how I join cotton and linen yarns. Horrible, right? How many frowns? How many of you are frowning there and say, no, you can't do that? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. Maybe it's not very professional or right, but I think it's the only one way that works for me. If I try anything else, it's too thick and I don't know, it's just frustrating. I don't like how it looks or feels, and that one I can just hide on the wrong side of my knit. Or even better, in crochet you just hide it in some of the stitches and you will never find the place. That's my little dirty secret. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. They will put me in yarn jail. Yeah. So I'm trying to answer your questions here. If there is anything else you'd like to know, also personal questions are fine. I'm more than happy. Yeah, somebody was asking about the progress on my old whips and UFOs, and actually thank you for asking. I was so happy that somebody still remembers. I have finished a few and I have frogged a good amount of them, and I think I could give you an update sometime later, maybe in autumn. I don't have that many of them left, and it was not nosy at all. Thank you for asking. I'm more than happy to answer and give you an update on that, because we don't have secrets on this channel. Yeah, we tell it as it is. We tell all the truth, even if it's if it's not that pretty sometimes. Um, yeah, and I'm working on my sock, and I love it. I think I'm gonna go now. Hubby is planning to mow the lawn, and I've asked him not to hear, not even front while I'm recording because it is very noisy. And then I couldn't. I think he's waiting there, and hopefully the heat goes down so he doesn't lose his consciousness there somewhere, and I don't need to rescue him from the yard. Um, I don't know what else. I think that's about it because I think I showed you everything I wanted to. Sorry, I did not have that much content today because I showed you everything already last week. But I decided that maybe you will be happy to see me anyways. It was very nice to spend my Friday evening with you, and I'm gonna go and I got a notification, couple of new podcasts popped in. I saw there's Lankakori, one of my favorite Finnish podcasts. I've been watching them from the very beginning, from their first episode, so I'm a long-term time fan of Lankakori. They are amazing, funny ladies. And yeah, I met them at Jyväskylä Knit Fest this year, and it was very nice. So, hi, if you're watching, I'm gonna be watching soon as well. Yeah, the podcast is in Finnish, so if you speak Finnish and you have not seen them, go check them out. I love them. They're my favorites from the Finnish podcasters. One of my favorite podcasts. Yeah. I've been so upset because some of my favorite podcasters are not podcasting anymore, and I've been waiting for new episodes, and sometimes it's very hard to find something to watch. And then some other ones have turned into shopping channels because they are mostly showing advertising stuff, and there's a lot of we bought this, we bought that. I like to see what people are buying, but I would like some knitting content as well. Yeah, that's a bit sad. I'm upset because I had to stop watching a few. I could not take it anymore. I also share my purchases and acquisitions, and I think it's fine. It's totally fine, but when it's just that, like, ooh, I have this, I have that, it's a bit too much. Yeah, because I like the life updates, I like the knitting content, occasional sewing and spinning and all of that. If you're talking about that, I'm here, I'm there to watch. And yeah, I have actually discovered a couple of new podcasts. They have been wonderful. Don't yet remember the names of them, but I could look them up and maybe give them a shout out next time. Yeah. So, I think that is really all for today. Let's not have a long goodbye. That's so pretty. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee. It's only 6 o'clock, and then start dinner. We're a bit late with the dinner because in Finland we have dinner quite early, usually like between 4:30 and 6. Usually not later than 6, but today it's gonna be at 7 probably. Still need to figure out what to make. Probably pasta. Pasta is good. Everybody likes it. I'll go see what I have in the fridge. I don't know. I did not go to grocery today. I did not have time. I didn't feel like, so we need to go tomorrow. And tomorrow is Saturday, so it's gonna be busy there. Okay. Yeah. Wanted to talk about what could I knit for our daughter's birthday, which is next month. And I don't know, I forgot to talk about it. Could we just quickly talk about it? Because I want to knit her or crochet her a toy this year again. Because if you remember, I made her a bunny a couple of years ago in a little suitcase with all the little pillows and blankets and clothing, and she loves it. She plays with it all the time, and I think a bunny needs a friend. So I can't decide who should it be. Should it be a dolly or a mouse or a cat? I thought it would be so easy. I just go on Ravelry and find a pattern, and I can't. I really enjoyed the bunny that I made. It was a Christopher bunny by Susan B. Anderson, and I was looking at her other patterns, and there is actually a cat and a mouse that I like, but I think they are a bit smaller, and I would like the new creature to animal to be around the same size that they could share the clothes with the bunny. I don't know. What do you think? Then I found a very cute unicorn pattern, but that's just a toy. Yeah, you could not dress it into anything, and I think that's an important part. The dressing part is important. So if you have a good toy ideas, please let me know in the comments if you know a good pattern, preferably the one that's not knit in parts. I really enjoyed the Christopher bunny because there you just knit as you like. It's basically almost a one piece. There is minimum amount of sewing, like, yeah, sewing pieces together. So it was very nice. I found a couple of dolly patterns, but I think it would be hard to find a yarn that would to do to match the like the skin color. I don't know. I don't have a yarn like that. I have some beige, but I think it's too beige. Yeah, and then I have some other yarn, but it's too yellow. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, and I'm running out of time. Her birthday is next month. I have a bit over a month to do it, and I would really like to make her something, knit or crochet. So yes, if you have an idea, please let me know. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. And I hope I will see you next week or in 2 weeks. Anyway, I will see you soon. Have a nice weekend. Heippa!